Check it out now. Freddie Gibbs, a.k.a. the Black Charlie Brown, a.k.a. Milk Dud Head Ass Nigga, a.k.a. Little Bill Katz, is a epic case of the beats at a up-class restaurant called Prime 112, okay? Now, the reports are coming in that Little Bill, a.k.a. Frederick Tipton, was being tossed around like tumbleweed up in Prime 112 in Miami. And ladies and gentlemen, say it ain't so. Now, when I said no weapons formed against me, or no op or no hater that is formed against me shall go without punishment, I didn't mean like this, but god damn it, okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, Frederick, okay, who claims he's a super thugged out vice lord killer, okay? Now, he kind of claims all this on Twitter, which kind of defeats the purpose, but whatever, we're going to go with his lies. He forgot that not everybody is going to retweet and subtweet him, okay? Last night, while he was having some steak and ribs at Prime 112 in Miami, great spot, by the way, I've been over there, it appears that Jim Jones, who was also in town, had the same type of appetite. He wanted some steak and ribs, okay? Except he wasn't talking about getting them, he was about delivering them, okay? The only type of ribs that Jim Jones was gonna deliver was bruised ribs, okay? I heard he Falcon punched that shiny peanut head ass nigga in the gut and had him throwing up his hors d'oeuvres. Then him and the rest of the Bird Gang cooked up and served up Freddie Gibbs like a medium rare steak. Now, let me give you the details, okay? Now, after they went in the restaurant, they spotted the glare that was reflecting off the shiny bald head of Frederick Gibbs, and one of the Bird Gang members issued out the bird call, macaw, macaw, or is it whatever it is, okay? Jim Jones gets alerted. He locks eyes with the Twitter gangster himself, Frederick Gibbs. He rushes him like Brock Lesnar and pretty much had that boy Frederick playing musical chairs in the restaurant. Now, apparently, Frederick, who saw the rest of the Bird Gang blocking the exit, tried to run to the bathroom to escape. Who knows? The shit stain probably thought he could escape by flushing himself down the toilet bowl, flush his pains away. But he was caught by the hand, by the collar, by Jim Jones, okay? I heard his face was indented in the drywall multiple times. He then got a back-to-back angle slam all the way to the couch area, which this Negro, listen, Frederick, in the most desperate attempt, was trying to reach for his secret weapon. Nah, not a Glockiana. He was trying to reach for his cell phone, but it was to no avail, okay? The beating, it ensued. From what I'm hearing, about 15 minutes, he was looking dizzy. Like, yo, you know them niggas at the end of Mortal Kombat when it's time for you to do a fatality? He was looking tenderized like one of them zombies that just got turned into Walking Dead. And Jim Jones figured, I'ma spare him. He was done with his afternoon workout, which at least on this day, including giving Frederick Gibbs the beats, okay? Now, you might be saying, yo, Ak, why they beefing? I thought he only had issues with you. Well, I'll give you the details. A few years ago, Frederick did what he does best. He got on Twitter, dissed Jim Jones for throwing up a VL sign. Now, Frederick, a guy who grew up in the suburbs, father a cop, brother a doctor, other brother is actually a district attorney. He wanted to let people know he was a super thugged out gangster, and he was a vice lord. So he called out Jim Jones as a fake gangster, and Jim Jones, who is allegedly a blood, you know, he wasn't throwing up because Jim Jones was throwing up a VL sign. He wasn't trying to say he was a vice lord. He was just trying to throw up his brand name called Vamp Life, okay? Now, it was his new lifestyle movement at the time, and he was kind of promoting like insomnia, staying up, grinding, you know what I mean? And basically, Frederick thought he was trying to claim his gang. Now, let me keep this in mind for you guys. Frederick's father is a police officer. Brother is a district attorney. Now, Frederick thinks he could talk gangster but have no gangster repercussions. So he went to New York, and then there was a shooting, okay? Now, we don't know why the shooting happened, but some people have given details over the years. But there was a shooting, and eyewitnesses claim that they either saw someone with a shiny head that looked like Frederick Gibbs or that fast nigga from the Fantastic Four running from the scene so fast that they left their slides in a trail of fire and smoke, okay? Now, what ended up happening is that pretty much Frederick, he gave a statement about what happened instead of leaving it in the streets. Typical Twitter nigga shit. Now, instead of leaving it in the streets, he also brought it back to the internet to troll even more. And then he started rapping about it. Now, if you don't know, you probably have never heard this guy's songs, but he got a song that had the lyrics that said this. This V and this L that I throw up don't stand for vampire life. So sorry, Mr. Jones, twisting your fingers can get you gone. Shout to the Lord, shout to the folks, word to the Stones. Now, that is the words and rhymes of Frederick Tipton, a.k.a. Frederick Gibbs, okay? Now, obviously, him and his crew got shot at, but he kept sneak dissing, kept Twitter beefing, and of course, Jim Jones was not going to Twitter beef with him back, okay? Now, when he saw him in this restaurant, clearly the beats was administered, okay? Now, I guess this goes to show, yo, Frederick, man, you got to cut it out, brother. You got to cut it out, man. Listen, by the way, if you don't know, he recently called me out for a boxing match, to which I accepted, okay? This is going to hurt our case. Listen, how the hell are we going to go into an amateur boxing match and I'm demanding $1 million for me to be in the ring when they're going to say, yo, he already caught an L a week ago. Like, goddamn it, I can't negotiate with Triller or nobody else to give this fight a big stage. He's 0-1, okay? And he got beat up by the Bird Gang. You know what I mean? Like, macaw. Or, no, yeah, whatever. Yeah, he already got the beat. Man, pray for Frederick Gibbs. May his trolling ways and all his antagonizing, may he realize that, listen, you should only stick to people like academics, right? Leave the real gangsters alone. By the way, I'll give you a list of other people he sneak dissed, okay? He sneak dissed Meek recently. He sneak dissed 21 Savage, Gillian Wallow. He sneak dissed a lot of other people, and he's just a jealous guy, Benny the Butcher. Yeah, he sneak dissed a lot of people, okay? So it didn't have to be necessarily Jim Jones, but who knows? He could have got the beat from somebody else, okay? Anyway, get in the comments, you guys like, definitely.